Alrighty, we're fixing up a very nice historical apartment complex in Onondaga County here, or in the city of Syracuse. This house has a lot of history to it. There's a nice chandelier in this room. It's probably from the turn of the century, and we're going to be replacing a lot of outlets in this apartment. Here in the country I was born in, we use 14 American wire gauge on 15 amps, 12 American wire gauge on 20 amps. Black is live, white is neutral, the bare or the green is the ground. Red and blue are also live colors. However, you may find white live in a switch loop or a 220, 240 volt circuit where the appliance does not require a neutral. Now, some of this older wiring that was done around the turn of the century is not polarized. So we're going to see some of these outlets might be polarized and some of them may not be with the wire that's there. So there's that very nice chandelier. It's probably from the turn of the century. It's all brass. It has the old cloth and rubber wire on it. Never been touched. So let's see what we have here. This is an older outlet here. You know, it's a new outlet, but it's painted up and it's all worn out. So we're going to just take it off here. That was a nice brass cover. We can clean that up and save it. So this has old wiring or new wiring on it, I don't know. So we'll look. Okay, this has some very old cloth and rubber wire, and there's no ground. So what we can do is we can put a GFI in here, and that'll be a legal way to put a 3-prong receptacle on a 2-wire circuit. So we'll take this black wire off of here like this. And we're just going to be very careful with this wire so we don't bend it and crumble it. And you can see one is darker than the other, so we know which one is live and which one is neutral. So we'll get these wires straightened out here. We'll get the debris off of here so we don't get it into our connection here. We'll clip a little off so it's not too long. There we go. So this will be a legal way to put a grounded outlet on a 2-wire circuit. So if you look at the back, you'll see load and line. We're going to close our load terminals because we're not going to hook anything up to the load. And of course, there's no ground on this box. We're going to close our green screw up. So we're going to take our line for the white. We'll put it in, put our white wire under this pressure plate here. Make sure our copper is coming up to the top here, where we want it to. Okay, now we'll put our black on the brass colored side here, very carefully so we don't crumble our insulation. And we'll put it on the brass colored terminal here. So we have to loosen it up a little bit here. Get our conductor under the pressure plate. So we have a little copper sticking out here. So we'll just back that off a little bit. We'll clip a little smidgen off, not a lot, just a little bit. And we'll stick it under here like that. Get our insulation up close to the I'll just push it in all the way there. I'll just turn my screw. Make sure it's nice and tight like that. Make sure our copper is under the pressure plate and our insulation is up butted to the plastic there. So now we can go ahead and screw this into our wall. And I'll just line it up like this here. So let's make sure it's nice and tight here. And we'll test it. See the red button? That means push it in. We'll test it. There it is. It's tripped. We'll turn it on again, and we're good. If you look at an outlet, you'll see one side is a silver screw and a green screw for the ground. That's your neutral side, the wide slot. The other side, you'll see a brass screw, and then the narrow slot. That's the live side. So if the color that'll go over here will be either black, red, or blue. And over here, white is the only color wire that's allowed to be used for a neutral here in the country I was born in. And then we put a green or the bare ground wire on that green screw. Alrighty, so that is the only legal way you can put a 3-prong outlet on a 2-wire circuit here in the country I was born in. Peace. Thanks for watching.